Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. We're here. We're ready to do some more stuff. Whoa, man, has it been a crazy day. So I did AFK, and we have been producing a bunch of stuff here. Just got to make sure that we take a look at what we have. We have all of the nuclear pasta ready. So I think I want to turn this off. Or no, actually, let's keep it on. Now I'm not sure how this is working here in terms of like the power consumption. Is this increasing as we produce more of this nuclear pasta? Are we just going to be consuming so much more power every single time? Is that the case here? Because I feel like that's going to get it pretty iffy. We're already at 6K. But anyways, we now have all the nuclear pasta that we needed. Let's go ahead and go back to the base and continue with our progress. This absolutely needs to happen now. Oh man, what are we missing here in order to make those engines and the other thing? What's it called? The cooling systems. What are we missing here? Go figure that out. All right. So, first of all, let's make a little bit of a drop off here. That's a significant amount of nuclear pasta. Let's get some more. We should have some more here, right? No? Where did it all go? Where did it all go? I could have sworn we had more than that in terms of nuclear pasta. Where did I put it? Huh. Okay. Well then, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Oh, something's wrong here. Well, what's the problem? Do we have too many of this stuff here? Do I need to break this belt and redo it? All right, let's drop this, and that. Okay, this was the problem here. All right, let's just put that into the network here. And okay. All right, things are better. Things are fixed, I hope. All right, so what are we missing here? We're missing supercomputers. We're missing... No, we don't need that anymore. The thermal propulsion rocket, that is being made. Man, I could have sworn we had more nuclear pasta. I could have sworn it. Modular engines is what's holding that back. Modular engines here, we're making 2.5. We should be making 5 though. And this is missing motors. How can we be missing motors, man? We're gonna need to solve that. We're gonna need to solve our motor issue. This is only 5 per minute. All right, where are the motors? Where are the motors coming in from? Over here. So there's one. All right, let's find where the motors are coming in from. Okay, there's one. Like we said, let's continue our path over here. Okay, so from the bus. That's where we're getting motors, from the bus. And we should be making more motors over here. Kind of, sort of. We're now short on stators. I thought we solved our stator issue. I mean, this feels like a lot of stators. Are we short on wires? Seems like it is a wire issue now. I mean, in total here, we're making 50 stators per minute. Oh, man. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Crystal oscillators, Caterium scrap, aluminum beams. Computers are also an issue here. And so are AI limiters. Hi, Mage. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you're back. We're still a little confused here with the production line and us being limited by stators still. I thought we had fixed it, but it seems like we didn't. We're definitely not making enough motors for our needs here. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need... We are going to need to make... a little factory here for motors. Well, we're a little bit low on copper wire now. That's what it feels. That's what it seems. It's working at 55% here. 59. Yeah, so we're working at 50% pretty much on these machines here. So we are a little bit low on wires. I'm gonna give it that, right? Let's see. Do we need to upgrade our wire here? I think we should be making enough wire, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so it's a question of why there's a little bit of a delay here on our wire production. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this should help. Here, this should help. Okay. I think it still needs a little bit more upgrading. These are all MK5s, right? MK5, 5, 5. Going into here, we have... That needs to be MK5. That is MK5. Actually, that didn't need to be MK5. This here is MK5. What do we have here? What is this belt here? Okay, so that's good. Is this Mark 5? Okay. It is. And then we have Mark 5 over here. No, it's not. This is also not Mark 5. Alright, so this should help. At least a little bit. That is making that. We are splitting the cable production here. So how much are we doing here? 30 per minute, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 times 30 is 480. And we might be missing a little bit more. Ah, no. No. These guys are making copper sheets. Cables just ends here. Alright, so cable just ends here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 300 cable per minute. 300 wire per minute, sorry. So that's definitely not enough. There still seems to be a little bit of a holdup here. Not sure what the issue is with regards to that. We're splitting here, making cables. I don't think we need to be making these cables here anymore. This is no longer a yeah, this is no longer an issue for us. So I could just kind of turn these off. We don't need to do this. We have a whole cable factory going on. Get rid of this. Yeah, we got a whole dedicated cable factory. So we don't need that. That gives us more wire. Well, we do have wire. So why is this not a full... Ah. Hi, T1. What's up, man? Did you not set up a cable factory, but it's still producing cable locally? That's right. So yeah. We just cleaned that up. So there. That bottleneck is fixed. Perfect. Yeah. Choke point fixed. On all of these are tier 5. Oh shoot, man, I do want to clean this up. Maybe I just focus on cables, wires, and copper for now. Also, we're definitely probably not making enough copper sheets. If that's the only copper sheets that we're making, that's definitely not enough. Although, how's the supply here? Empty. See, not past. You know pasta, here no pasta. That's a good one. That is definitely a good one. I really do need to clean this up. How about we start now? How about we start talking about it? We stop talking about it and do some cleanup now. Right? I think that's what we need to do. So, let's start with over here. Let's close this here. Please, 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 just what is going on? There. All right, we're gonna add a couple of inputs over here. All right, we're gonna get wires, cables, and sheets. Right? So these three guys right here. You know, going above ground is probably the correct move. But I also need to clean these guys up here, over here. So do we just start with these three? Yeah, let's just start with these three. Okay. Now, let's remove this here. And let's do 1, 2, and 3. Should have done this a long time ago. Don't know why I didn't. Remove that, remove this, and remove this. Okay. It has been on the unwritten to-do list. 100%. I just need to figure out where they all lead to. Right? So let's start with... Let's start with copper sheets, right? So, copper sheets on the outside. That all just kind of needs to go. Man, it's so far, it's just so far away over here. Where is copper sheets outputting? Not there. Not here. Not here. I kind of just wanted to probably go... I think it's this. This is the copper sheets output, right? Oh no, that's cable. So then it's probably this. Yeah, we didn't continue that line. Let's make sure that that is the case. Ooh, if I could even follow that. I'm gonna guess that that's what it is. Okay, so it's that belt. Goes into here. Goes straight up into here. And that is... should be copper sheets. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh boy. All right, and then this is where we feed it. We go down here. Go back. We come this way. And this should probably just skip everything and go straight to its destination. Could get the copper cosmetic to color the line. I could do that. Yes. I mean, it's really not doing anything over here. I don't need it to go here. I do not need it to come here. I just need it to go straight to the bus. So let's get rid of this. Okay. So this is where it needs to end up. Okay. This is tier 5, right? And is it facing the right way? I don't know. I don't know. It is. Okay. All right, let's get you just a little bit lower. There. Oh, I kind of needed a hole there, but that's fine. I'm not going to fight it. Or, hear me out, hear me out. Can we get it out to the beginning? Which was, oh man, no, that's over here. Yeah, no, that's over there. All right, no big deal, no big deal. We're trying to get over here. That is that. What is that? Where'd it go? Right here. Look at all these motors. Where are they ending up at? Feels like that's just kind of stopped there. Why must we get sidetracked with all this stuff? I think we just kind of broke something there, but that's okay. That's okay. Where were we in terms of this? I don't like what it's doing there, but I kind of just need to get it from here. All right. This kind of helps. Let's go upstairs. Let's find the input for copper sheets and where we're bringing it up. It's this one right here. All right, let's follow this line here. Where is copper? Is straight over here. All right, so then all we want to do is come up here and feed yeah. Yeah, I think what we want to do is this. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I think that pretty much is what we were trying to do. And I think we need to get this out here. Okay. Oh boy. All right. And so if we wanted to do this in a clean fashion, we would do this. It's 1, 2, 3. We need 12 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So, if Ghost were here, he'd be so proud. Let's see where we were getting. Yeah, let's see where we were getting the copper sheets to, right? So, oh man, first of all, we need to get our belts situated over here. Yeah, our lifts need to come up here. Is that all correct here? You know, another problem that we have is that all of those belts, I believe, are tier 4. And so eventually we're going to need to upgrade all of them. Oh, are we at an angle here? We are completely off. Yep. Okay, I think that puts us at the correct level. All right, now, where did we say copper sheets were in all of this? What level? Got rotors there, and we got that there. We got wire here. I'm guessing this is copper sheets. No, that's cables. Top one's copper sheets. Above cables. Yeah. So just above cables. Okay, so it's this one here. That is, oh my god. Can we get a sign here? That's so tiny. That is very tiny. Fine. Okay. Sheets, right? Okay. I just need a marker there. Can we get... I just need the icon, please. No? You don't want to do that? Okay. Alright, all good. So, right over here is where we need copper sheets. Oh, man. Did I just lose it? Terrible. Terrible. Alright, maybe it is time to paint things. I think that's the one. Please confirm that's the one. Oh, okay, no, it was the wrong one. So, thank God I did it. Okay, we'll put that back. This one goes red line again. Okay. Now. Now we should have gone. We should have gone lower, I think. Can we get a hole here? Is that lined up? It is. Okay. I feel like we're still spaghettified here. But a little bit less spaghettified. Please tell me this is good. Alright, and like we said, we just kind of needed our bearings here. Let's make sure that this is all going where it needs to go. We no longer need this here or that. We could remove that. This is copper sheets going in and continuing. Alright. I think that's it. I think our problem is solved with that. Let's work on the next one. Okay. The next one was just cables. So right next to copper, on the left, we have cables. Right here. Okay, this is gonna need to be crisscrossed here, but I think that's okay. We can crisscross it, right? That's okay. That is fine. Close enough, right? Close enough. And then finally, copper wires. Alright, let's come up here. Let's figure out where copper wires was hanging out. Copper wires. At the end. Of course, it's at the end. Here. Under the steel. 1, 2. Third below cables. All right. I think this bus is really hindering our progress instead of helping at this point. Copper sheets, cables, third below cables, all the way to here. All right, let's paint it. Cool. Oh, right. All right, so still not the prettiest, but it's getting the job done. All right. So yeah, so copper sheets is definitely limited in production here. Next order of business would be getting all of these other items on the bus. So I mean, I feel like it's going to be a lot of work here. A couple of items here. Right, we got screws there. This concrete is being used for what? For the encased steel, right? Encased steel beams. I feel like that should be okay here. Yeah, that's full, and this is full. Oh no, it's running at 30% efficiency, right? So we're not getting enough steel here. But that's probably... What is this 32%? Am I crazy? I'm thinking that that is the efficiency right now. Oh, we just lost all of the steel. Where did it all go? Where did all our steel beams go? We didn't unplug anything, right? This will be really bad if we're completely out of steel. So many holes. I'm making so many holes on in the base. It's bad. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any steel beams, it seems. Or actually, what do you got? What do you got? Give me your inventory. Alright, you got that. Can we just remove this, please? Why didn't you drop that off? Okay. I think I need to redo this whole thing here. Oh, man. Alright. Let me go look to see how much more nuclear pasta we've made. And then return. Because I think we should be done with the nuclear pasta. No, we've only made 2 more. What's going on here? No pressure conversion cubes? No way. Oh, this is where all of my things went. I knew we had more. Oh, that's so crazy. I could have sworn... I promise you, I thought we had more. I could have sworn that... that we had all of these cubes. And I fed the wrong thing into the machines. Alright. Give me all this nuclear pasta, please. Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay. So how much nuclear pasta do we have? We got 50 here and 32 there. Alright, so we're all done with that. We could turn this off. Do we turn it off or do we leave it on? Let's leave it on. Let's leave it on. Let's stockpile a little bit of nuclear pasta because we don't know what we might need for later. Also, this guy has not been going to pick up stuff, or has he? Request a depot. Alright. That's all the pasta that we needed. I'm gonna be right back. I have to jump on a little bit of a conference, and then I will be back with you guys here in a second. All right. Let me hit the pause button here. Not pause, but just kind of be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back and at it again. All right. So I feel like we need, man, it's just overcomplicating stuff. I feel like we have a problem. We now have all the nuclear pasta that we need. The only issues now are the what's it called? The cooling system and those turbo engines, whatever, fusion engines or whatever. I really, before redesigning the entire base, I really want to have max belts, and I think that's our next step after this phase, right? And so that is what I am sort of waiting for before I redesign everything. Once we have those 1200 items per second belts, which we're probably not going to be able to use right away, right? But I want to design around that and not these whatever Mach tier 5 belts. Unless there is another 6 and 7, right? From 780 to probably 900 belt. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never made it this far. Never made it this far. So this is all uncharted territory for me. And there goes all of that. Thermal propulsion, rockets, and assembly director system. Let's fix our issues with that, right? Let's fix our issues with that. And I think that's completely doable. What we need to do is get turbo motors now. Huh? You got 15 here. We got 15 there. Let's just use them. Let's just use them. We have them. Let's use them. Right? But that's going there. This is off, right? We did turn it off. Maybe we turn it on for a little bit. Let it just kind of stack up there. And then this is another issue with supercomputers here. We do have supercomputers in stock. Not a lot, but we do have some. Let's just feed it here. Make sure we get some work done. And then we got to go figure out why we're not making that many supercomputers. So, supercomputers. Where are they? Not here. Also not here. Also, crystal oscillators. Oh, they just take so long to make. Can we add another machine here? Probably could, right? Yeah, we very likely could do that. So let's do that. Let's do that there. Let's do all the things here, please. There you go. All right. Now, splitter into there, splitter into there, and splitter into... Oh, are we off by one? Yeah, we are. Splitter into there, splitter into here, splitter into there. Give me that into there, that into there, and that into there. All right, good. And then that increases our production for oscillators. And then we should have enough cables and items for everything, right? Okay, yeah, we should definitely be able to sustain this 100%. So that is that. Our next issue, before we got sidetracked again, is supercomputers. So here, we're missing high-speed connectors. High-speed connectors, we need 5.625. We are making that where? Motors. Oh, motors. High-speed connectors, where are you? Not here. Not here either. Not here either. Also not here. Here we go. Deuterium quick wire. 210 per minute. So yeah, here's our problem. Okay. Alright, that'll help us a little bit, right? What are you at? 33%? Okay. Definitely a boost. Technically, we could increase production here by 2. So let's do that. Do that. Give me this to here, please. There we go. That to there. There we go. And then finally we can just do 1, 2, and 3. There you go. And we're out of quick wire. No, we're not out of quick wire. We are out of upgraded belts. There you go. Upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that. Man, if I hold shift, it should upgrade the entire distance of the belt. I don't know why you have to upgrade each individual mini part. Like if this belt is touching a section, for example, right? If this belt is touching this section of the belt and it's not a... Well, it should upgrade the conveyor too, because why not, right? It should make it just make it Mach 5. Just do it. Just do it. Why? Why is it an issue? Alright, then we just kind of upgrade these guys here too, right? Because why not, right? Why not? Just upgrade the entire thing. Okay, alright, so that's good. That's good. Alright, so looking at our next bottleneck. It's no longer high-speed connectors. It's no longer oscillators. It is not reanimated sand. What are we even using this for? Nothing really, right? Nothing but building or dimensional depot stuff. Micro breaks like that are for players that are tweakers that are concerned about things. Yeah, I mean, we're not tweaking over here, right? This is working at 36%. It should be good now that we have a constant production of crystal oscillators. We should have enough crystal oscillators. I hope. I hope that's the case. Yeah, this should increase to 100%. Maybe. Alright, I'm going to feed you some of this. So that you have material to work with. Okay, so that one's solved. AI limiters are also probably solved. Oh no, you know what? Quick wire is probably going to be an issue here too. But these guys are off. Because we are full of AI limiters. Oh my goodness. Mage. Don't even say it. Don't say it, Mage. All right, we should no longer be held back by AI limiters. So who needed AI limiters, and why were we being held back by AI limiters? Can I get some high-speed connectors? We got 500 here. Let's just feed it into this. Let's make supercomputers, please. Thank you. Let's make some progress. Okay, and then ultimately, we still have this motor issue. Oh, man. Motors. Motors. Sweet, sweet motors. Which belt is feeding motors? My guess is that it's going to be this top one here that's empty. And so let's go see why this belt is empty. Alright, so we're over here. Go find where the motors are. That's not motors. Motors are up here. And they are completely empty. Where do we feed into motors? We're feeding motors over here. We're also consuming them here. But there are no motors coming in. Well, let's figure that out. And make some more holes in our bus. There are 0 motors here. And now there are no stators. I feel like I disconnected something, and I don't know. I don't know where. That is the stator belt. That is the stator belt coming from here, which is then coming from here, is then coming from here, which is then coming from here, which we're not making any motors at all. Any. Stators. Why did I say motors? Stators. We're not making any stators at all because now we don't have wire. So the wire was coming from here, which has been deprecated. This is no longer needed. This belt is no longer needed. Let's clean it up. If it's no longer needed, let's clean it up. We need wire here from the bus. This gets to go away. That gets to go away. This gets to go away. Okay. So, please give me oh, we're off. We're off by a mile here. We're still off by a mile here. Not by much, though. You get a splitter here, right? Into here. Kind of. Okay, that should work. That should definitely work. Now, give me wires. Please? Wires? Here? Yeah? Alright. So now we're working. Motors, speed. I'd like to make some more motor machines. Because when in doubt, just make more. Huh. You're facing the wrong way. Okay, no. You're fine. You're fine. Alright, so all of that gets upgraded, all of that gets upgraded, all of this gets upgraded, everyone's upgraded, we are happy, we are happy, we are happy. I give you that, give you this, give you this, give you that. and give you this. And now we just need power. So we'll do. All right. Motor production increased. There's an issue. There's an issue with that more part. Yeah, you just fix your backlogs on stators, expanding motors, and take more resources. Require more copper wire and steel pipe. Yes, I will go and fix that in a jiffy. You know what? I think that we could do the following. We have impure. We have 2 pure nodes here of coal. We also have sulfur in this area here that we're not using. I would love to get, if possible, also this is a pure deuterium ore thingy here that we could use for wire. All of this iron ore here. This is a pure iron ore node here. With normal copper. The steel plant could use an upgrade. That's for sure. Although I think we're probably almost at a capacity there. In terms of our iron ore. We also have 2 pure nodes here. And is this pure? Is this pure? Why don't you show me what you are? Change the steel output by 1 to 4. That's a normal copper. Okay. Thanks for that. Also, we have water here. Normal. Pure deuterium nodes over here. That's 1 to 4. All right, let me go take a look and see how we're doing on stators here. This is moving okay. Stators filled. This is going into the bus there. And where else was this going to? Over here. Over here. Into this. Oh, look at that. Full. Okay. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Are we making any progress here? Is this working now? Yes. No, modular engines. Modular engines over here. What are you missing modular engines? You're missing motors. You're getting some motors now. Not a lot. I want a factory dedicated to motors. That's what we're going to work on. So, who mentioned that we could make motors off of iron? A rigger motor. It's stators, right? It's the stator recipe that we need. It's this one right here. All right, so can we try to what's it called? Rescan some stuff. Pure copper ingot is also an option here. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take these recipes because I know that we need them. So I'm going to take that, and before I get the urge to rescan those hard drives, I'm just gonna accept those. Because I know that I'm going to... What's it called? I'm going to regret that later if I don't. Hey, what is petroleum coke? If we... I know that the steel rotor is probably nice for our goals. But then so is this steel ingot. This compacted steel ingot. We are making... You know, we're actually, like you said, we are actually dumping a bunch of compacted coal right now that we could be using. You know, what we could be doing is this OC supercomputer. It's also an option. I'm not interested in any of this stuff. Even though 110 per minute seems like a lot. Ship the coal by train. Yeah. Hmm. You know, this right here is tempting at the moment. We could make 60 steel ingots per minute. On that pure iron ingot recipe. That is ideal, right? And then that's it. Let's rescan this. Oh my god, isn't this what we wanted? Iron pipe. Isn't this what we wanted for the motors, is the iron pipe recipe? I'm gonna take this. So now all we need is a bunch of wire, which we can make with iron as well. So we're good. We can start making motors solely off of iron. Automated wiring. Look at the cost. What's the cost? I think it's 20 per minute. I think we're good, right? We can make motor off of only iron now. That's motor. Make rods and screws. As well as wire and steel pipes. Rotors is not a problem then. It's this, right? We can do solely on iron. Yeah. Okay, let's go find some iron nodes. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed, right? So we just want to find pure, normal, impure, and impure. We can take all these iron nodes here and turn that into a factory, a motor factory. Let's go. All right, so we're looking at here. This is a pure node. All right. What? All right, so now the question becomes, do we want to wash all this iron ore? Or do we want to just go ahead and smelt it all instead of washing it? My guess would be I should definitely be washing it to get more out of all of these nodes. But then I have to go find water. Which is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We got water over there. But just how much water, right, is the question. How much water are we going to need? Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and count our iron. A water well in the desert should give you enough for pure quartz and other, like deuterium or iron. Okay, all right. There's water over there though. The water well is all the way out there. I remember seeing that one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get another one of these. Plug that in. Plug this in here. Missing miners. Iron pipe takes 100 iron ingots, 100 parts per minute, 25 parts per minute. Iron pipe, a 4-to-1 ratio to high for pipe. Use your molded pipe, steel pipe, 1-to-1 ratio on steel ingots. 3-to-5 ratio on concrete. You come out almost even. $100 iron to 5 motors. I really don't want to use the Satisfactory calculator website. But for this build, I feel like I'm going to need to. So that's a pure node. Wait, what? Wait, so what are you over here? Is this copper? No, that's also iron. That's 600. This is 1200, so that's already 1800 iron. We got some more nodes over here, right? Alright, that's another 600. That's 2400 iron. Impure. Impure. Let's take the rest of these two. Another 300. So that is, we said 1,800. $1,800, 12, 24, right? 24. That is 27. With this and another 300, another impure is Jesus Christ. Another 300 is 3,000. Where's the last one? Darn it, out of cubes. Pure iron motors is still a good build. Yes, it is. I think I don't want to deal with anything else. Even though we had copper here. We had some copper here and here. They're both impure, but it should have been enough for all the wires that we were going to need. I'm still, maybe it's still worth making wire with the copper nodes that we have here, if it all works out. But yeah, like we said, we got pure here, we got 1,200, 1,200, 1,800, 300. That's no. There's a node that's missing here. We're missing one here. Can we not make this yet? No. Now, why isn't this one showing up on my map? Oh, it is. Now it is. $600. $1,200. It's $1,800. $2,400. $2,700. 3,000. 3,000 iron. I wasn't crazy. Also, what's going on with my modular frames? Not modular frames, but fused frames. There's none. Insufficient fuel. Okay, time to go rescue. Fused frames are being used to make good pasta. Yes, no, but we should still have them going into the dimensional depot. So that's we have a little bit of an issue there. Let's just go rescue them, because I think that it's a fuel issue. We never refueled the things, the drones. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we never refueled the drones, but that's an issue. Are those guys landing now, or what? Out of fuel. This is also out of fuel. Let me feed this guy here. Not you, but you. So incoming, we'll feed you there, we'll feed you there. Let me get some more. Just so that we don't run into issues. No, not outgoing. I need you incoming. Okay, that should feed all of the drones. And everyone should now be able to take off. Alright, go pick up the items. And then we can start making the fuels. Sorry, the fused modular frames. Would you take a look at that, huh? Sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. What else you want? What else you want on that? Some Parmesan cheese is all you need. The fuel drone was not carrying fuel because he ran out of fuel when we had that fuel issue. So this has been kind of stuck here for a while. There's fuel now, and everyone should start moving, but that fuel drone was out of fuel for a long time now. Alright, so this is sorted. Can we, where's our transport thingy? Here it is. Let's get back to work. Hello? Can we not exit here? Alright, so for a simple calculation, let me put down a refinery. If we are making pure iron ingot, 3,500 iron ore. We got 3,000 iron ore coming in. 3K iron ore divided by 35 is 85 refineries. That is too much. That is too much. $85 refineries at 30 megawatts each. It's 2,500 megawatts. Okay, so it's not that bad. This is just insane. So do we even want to consume all of that iron? It will produce 65 5,525 olive oil, Parmesan cheese, dried garlic chunks, sea salt, chives makes a good sauce. It does. It does. Oh man. All right, so hold on a second. Do we even want all this iron? How many motors can we make out of this? Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. How much water? How much water is this? 1,700. So three pipes full. That's not that bad. Well, I want all the motors. I want to use all of this iron to make purely motors. The problem is, if this is 1-to-1. Are we better off making No, you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. I have an idea. We're just gonna get we're making refineries here. We said it's how much? It's 80 what? Pure iron ingots. We are doing 35 iron ore. 35, no, 3,000 divided by 85. Sorry, 35 is 85.7. So we're talking about 86 here. We're talking about 86. 86 refineries divided by 3. Is 28.6. No? Can we divide? Can we get... 85.714286. Can I copy this, please? No. Can we do some math here? Divided by 3. Still 28.5. Okay, let's just do 86 divided by 2 then. That's a strictly even number. Or... no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what we're doing here. It's 86 anyway. No matter how we want to split it. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I know that before we do this, I should probably just go ahead and do... I should probably just go ahead and do a blueprint. Mage, the recipe for motors is going to be the normal one. It's just, we only have one. We only have one. We're making straight from iron, we're making rotors, and we're making stators. We can make iron, we can make wire. I guess we could make wire from the copper. If we were taking it, if we were going that route, but we have so much iron, we could just make it from the iron. So, we can make the pipes from the iron, and we can make the wire from the iron. So that's what we're going to do. And that'll make us the stators that we need. The iron can also be used to make the screws and also the rods. I do have iron wire. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have iron wire. So that is why we're planning this in iron wire mode. I know there's a little bit of a loss there. We only make 22.5 versus 30 here. But it's, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. As far as blueprints go, let's get blueprinting. So. Oh no, please tell me that you can fit. Yes, you can. Perfect. Oh. How many can we fit? Maybe just 2? I think it's just 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 4 is fine. I like 4. Alright, we'll do it 4 at a time. Give me the pipe holes. Actually, should we even be using pipe holes? I feel like pipe holes are a big issue with, right? Steel rotors does not need screws. Problem is we don't have steel rotors, right? We don't have that recipe. Can I find it? Oh, we do have it. Oh, beautiful. But we have compacted steel ingots in this here. This is where we... Oh, man. All right, you know what? Let's go. Let's take it. We'll get this again some other time. We'll get it some other time. Steel rotors it is. Okay. Okay. Is this too close? It feels like it is. It does feel like it is a problem. We have space out front. No, you know what? Let's not do this. Yeah. Let's not get water over here. Been playing for 6 hours. That's not true. That's not true. Okay. So. Here's what we're doing. Oh. Okay. So that's good. Let's get our power over here. Okay. Let's get our output, which is going to be... Okay. No need for that. Okay, how much are we making here? No. 65 we said, right? So what is that belt? 65 times 4 is 260. If we're taking this, yeah, let's go out that way. So let's get the merger over here. So that is a blueprint that is almost ready. Almost ready, but not quite. Not quite. Right, this is a splitter. This thing is massive. Why is this gate so big? All right. We're kind of almost ready here. What else are we missing? My math is off. 10 motors for every 300 iron ore rounded up. Pure iron motors is worse off than my basic iron motors. Well, 10 iron motors, really? That little? That little? That feels like very little. Did you use the Satisfactory calculator? Okay. at this wall here. All right. I think we're done here. Yes, I'm using Satisfactory calculator. Many in chat do not follow along. Okay. We need 80 of these. Sorry. We need 20 of these. In order to build this factory. For all... Well, it's actually going to be like 21, not 20. So a little bit more. $21 of these bad boys. One. That'll go all the way across that way. Alright, so is this not going to connect? It is going to connect. Perfect. That is a connection that we need. Are you connecting at the bottom here? Oh, it's not connecting. Oh, come on. Alright, that's no big deal. We can manually plug that in. We can do that. No problem. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and then we just need 20 more of these. Right? And then did we ever get the more fused modular frames? Yes, we did. We got 69 now. All right, so this is good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 16 there. $16, 4, 5. Six. We're out of materials here. Sheesh. All right. We'll wait a little bit until we refill here. And then if we're going to do the following, can I get up there, please? Thank you. So you get to get plugged into there. You go there. You go there. You go there. And then we could do, I don't know, like you right there. Just for now, so that we can fly. All right, so if we're doing 65 here, we got belts at what? What do we got belts at? 780. So is every 12 machines we need to pull out. So every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We need to pull out our iron that way. And so that'll be a full belt of iron. And we need to connect you and you. Go underground and also do the same thing. Yeah, plug you. Plug you. We should really be calculating things at a speed of 1200 for our next belt, right? Our next upgrade of belts. But I feel like we're going to be at 780 for a while. Yeah. Wait, there's no power here. What's going on? Why not? Why is there no power there? You're not plugged into anything. Oh, you're not plugged into anything down here. There you go. Now there's power. Yeah. Okay. So we only need 3 pipes of water. And as far as iron ingots go, if we do the math now a little bit differently, right? We're not going to do it off of the 1200 from that miner. We're going to do it off of 780 because that's the maximum that we can pull on a belt. So 780 plus 600 plus another 600 plus another 600 is 2580. That's 2580 iron ore. Okay. Let's redo the math. What did we say? 2580 divided by 35. is 73 now. So we're down about 10. Let's call that 74. 74. What were we dividing earlier? Why were we dividing earlier? $74. I mean, I guess it's... This is 3.3 belts, so 4 belts total. Okay. What is a, what is this here? 35 ingots. 780 divided by 35 is every 22 machines we get a belt. Or we get a merger. We'll just think about that later. We'll think about that later. This is 65 per. This needs to split there for 780. So that is a good ratio there. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to bring up all of this iron ore here and route it. But if we have, like we said, 2580 divided by 780, it's just 4 belts that need to feed in here. So the first belt will feed in straight in here. Second belt will just route there, and so on. Let's give it some space. One tick. So there. Okay, that's just my input on the iron ore there for 2580. Good. All right. Ooh. Get a quarter foundation. All right, I like this. I'm happy with that. That should be 3 and maybe a half full belts of iron coming in. Actually, let's make sure these are leveled out. Yep. I know for a fact this one is already full at 780. Yikes. All right, so this one was supposedly doing 1200 per minute. Let's plug that in. All right, we just bring this down to 780. All right. This one was doing 600. Alright, so that's another 600 there. We need to feed it just a little bit more so we can get to 760. So we'll get another 600 here. Right, that is 600. Yep, 600. Okay. Now, we want to merge here. Huh? So weird. Okay, so we can merge there. We can get a priority split here. Smart splitter. Okay. We want overflow to the right and into here. All right, cool. Next. We can get these two together, right? Since they're doing 600 each. Give me that. Put it over here. They're doing 300 each. Sorry. Okay, are you fully tweaked out? You are. Give me a merger here. There we go. So that should be another 600 belt. Which is going to be doing kind of the same thing over here. Oh, that didn't need to go that high. Okay, and then we can get a merger here. And then a same thing over here as far as the splitter goes. And so why are we... Oh no, we're good. We're good here. We're good here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Easy. We're going overflow here to the right into right there. And that, Jesus Christ, that gives us 780, 780, 780, and whatever's left here. So, not pretty, but balanced, as all things should be. And then we'll just route these guys all the way across and feed them in when necessary. So, how are we doing in terms of concrete? Can we continue building here? Probably not, because we need to extend our platform. But in the meantime, I think that we can think about how we're going to be using all of that iron. Though Mage has already done the math, I wish that it could be more. But it might just be enough. So if it's every 300, yeah, that is all the concrete that we had. So if we're going to be making a different amount of iron now, so it's going to be a little bit different. If we are making 65 times, what did we say? 2580 divided by 780. We're making a total of 2580. No, yes, we're getting a total of 2580. Sorry. 2580 divided by 35 is 73. Do we round down or do we round up here? Let's just say 70. Let's just say 72. I want to stay even numbers here. 72. So 72 times 65 is 4680 iron. All right, let's go with that number. 4680 iron. Let's get into our notes here. We don't need to have this here anymore. 4680 iron. What's it called? Iron ingots. Done. Clear that list. We got 4680 iron ingots. In order to make a motor, we need rotors and stators. And these are all, and these are both 1-to-1. So that's good. At least that ratio is there. We need 10 rotors to 10 stators. Ten rotors to 10 stators. All right. 5 per minute. How much are we making here? 5 per minute. Oh, no. We're looking at the wrong recipe. Stators. And steel rotors. Right? Now. Okay. So this makes 5 per minute. This makes 5 per minute. So this is a perfect 1-to-1 ratio. We're going 5 to 5. Oh no. This needs to be double. This needs to be double. Alright, so no big deal. We can do this. We can do this. I have no idea why I'm merging this, but I'm just kind of playing around with this, right? So okay, all right. So if we have this makes us 5 motors. All right, this array here makes us 5 motors. Let's not worry about this. Okay. Now we need 10 steel pipes and 6 and we need 20 steel pipes and 60 wire. How do we make that? Here we go. We're making steel pipes on 30 iron ingots. That's 20. All right, so that's the 20 steel pipes that we need right there on one constructor. Then we also need to make wire. For wire, we need iron wire, which makes 22.5. So we need 60 wire. That means we need. Can we overclock this? Can we make 60 here? No, 56.25. Alright, so that sucks. Would be easier if we could make 30 per minute, right? Right there. 30 per minute, and then we could just do 2 of these. I think that works. I think that works just fine. And if we wanted to be straight about this, we could do can we go above you on this? I think we could go above you. Yeah, let's go above you. What's the thing here for foundations? 7R? No. E? Yes. Alright, we're zooping to here. Kind of feels about right. Although I don't think we need to have this, right? We don't need to have this. Yeah, we don't need that. I want to go behind you. So kind of there. Mm-hmm. And then one there. I know we're gonna need to build this later as well in a different manner, but I just want to test this out. Okay, so if we get iron in here, we said 1 for steel pipes, 2 for cables. Right? We get our cables out here. We get our steel pipes out here. Actually, let's get our steel pipes out here. No, we can get steel pipes right there. Right? We get steel pipes in there. And we get our cables right here. And then this one is a merger. No, did that click there? That did click. This needs to go a little bit further back. Okay, I don't want you to click. I need you to merge. Right? That's a merge? Yeah. Okay. And then we just come down here. Oh, we're off. We're off by a pinch. Alright, no big deal. That's just, we're just proof of concept here. Proof of concept. This is going to be making stators, which also needs steel pipes, and also needs wires. Oh. Oh, so they're both just steel pipes and wires. Huh? Why didn't I do that calculation before? Where was I when I didn't think about that? If they're both steel pipes and wires, then all we need to do is this. All right, where's my output here? All right, let's output here. Okay, let's output here. So steel pipes, wires. Yeah. Give me you. Give me liberty. I think you were chasing a logistic belt. I was, indeed. I was indeed. But I think that we can make things much, much simpler if we do this. Can I do... no. Let's not go off to the side there. Let's go with this. There and there. Alright, constructor time. So how much steel do we need? We need 15, 30, and 20. That's 50 steel. We're making steel pipes. We're making 20 per minute here. Yes, we are. Which means we can underclock this bad boy to 10. And that's our 50. Okay. Easy enough. And then how much wire are we talking about here? 40, 80 and 60. That is measly 140. 140. So how much wire can we get from this? 22.5. Is that correct? Or is that off because of the underclocking? It is correct. Okay, 22.5. So 22.5. That means we need how many machines? 140 divided by 22.5 is 6.22. 6.22. That is about 7 machines worth of iron. Yeah. 7 machines worth of copper wire. Got 1, 2. So we do 5 machines here, right? 5. And then another 5 right above. And that makes it 7 on copper wire. Can we underclock this to get straight 20 here? We can. 20. That means it'll be 7 machines still. Alright, why don't we just make a floor dedicated to copper wire. So pretty easily. I should be doing this in the blueprint machine. But we'll get back to that, right? We'll get back to that. And so then we just need 7 here. I kind of wanted it to be 6, but I guess we're working on 7 now. So we're feeding there, and we're feeding. Oh, that's gonna be tight. All right, you know what? It's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. and my brain is hurting. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to end the stream here because I gotta go take care of the kids. But I am going to make a blueprint with that same concept that we have over there. And then we'll calculate how much iron we need per module. And we'll divide that and conquer. And that'll be however many motors we'll get out of here. But we have the basic concept. I feel like we should be able to fit it in this blueprint machine. And then just grab all of the iron coming out of there and make all of the motors. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. But that'll have to wait until tomorrow. I will definitely be streaming tomorrow. So I will hopefully catch you guys back here. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.